What is going on, guys? Munch here, and today I'm going to be extending on my previous video about auto attack harassment. If you haven't seen the previous video, please click on the screen now to go back and watch that first and then come back for part 2. In the first video I covered how much lane pressure you can get by just using auto attacks on the enemy champion. I've had a couple of comments and messages asking about when to use auto attacks, when is the best time to use the auto attacks to harass, because a lot of people are ending up missing CS now because they're trying to harass the enemy. But one CS is always more valuable than one auto attack on the enemy unless you're going to get a kill from it. So in this video I'm going to demonstrate when is the best time to harass the enemy. So the best time to harass in lane is when the enemy is going to be last hitting. Now this takes quite a bit of practice really. You've got to time it quite well. You've got to know the champion you're using's auto attack animation so you know how fast you'll auto attack. You have to be watching 3 things. Number 1, you need to be watching the enemy creeps. Now this is for 2 reasons. Number 1, you don't want to miss any CS. CS is free gold, and like, who doesn't love free gold? If you're throwing away CS, then it's just stupid. Anyway, and the second reason you want to be watching the enemy minions is if they have a lot of minions, you're going to take more damage from auto attacking the enemy than you're going to give out. Because minions work similarly to towers. If you attack the enemy champion while you're surrounded by their minions, all of their minions will start attacking you. And while you might say minions do like no damage, they actually, a caster minion hits you for 20 damage each and a melee minion hits you for 10. So say you've got 3 caster minions attacking you once, that's 60 damage. One auto attack on average of a mid laner without any attack damage runes is about 60 damage. So if you just get attacked once by 3 caster minions, then you've made an equal trade. So you have to be aware of how many minions are around you when you go for the attack, or you can just end up losing health from it. A perfect example of minion damage is a clip from the last video where I'm playing Rise. Now I managed to secure the kill on Cassidin because I've seen the enemy jungler, so I know I'm safe. But look how much damage I take from minions during the combat. I lose about 300 HP, one auto attack from the Cassidin, and the rest of it is just minion damage. So really don't underestimate minions, because if you 1v1 someone in a wave of their minions and you don't have any minions around, you will most likely lose the fight on the grounds that you have similar items to the enemy. The second thing you want to look out for when harassing the enemy is your minion's HP. Now as I said earlier, the best time to harass the enemy with an auto attack is when they're going in for a last hit. So you need to be looking at your minion's HP to see when the enemy's going to be last hitting. Now obviously you've still got to keep an eye on the enemy minion's HP so you don't miss a CS, but when they go in for a CS and you're not going to miss any CS for it, try and auto attack at the same time that they go in for the last hit. Because you auto attack at the same time, they won't be able to auto attack you back, so you get a free trade of damage, and that's just some free harass for you. Now in this game I have recorded that I was playing with a friend earlier, it's just a custom game. I just asked my friend to last hit normally as he would in a standard game, and unfortunately it was blind pick, so he picked Diana and I picked Ziggs, so it was pretty unlucky for him. But as you can see, every time he goes in for a last hit I can punish him for it, and I try not to miss any last hits myself, but I make sure he gets as few last hits as possible. When he does go for last hits, I punish him with my abilities and with my auto attacks. And because I'm Ziggs, I've got my empowered auto attacks, I've got my bombs, I've got my slows. You can really punish someone as Ziggs if they go in for a last hit with their melee. And the third and final thing that you have to keep your eye on while trying to get harass off is of course the minimap. As per usual, always have to keep your eye on the minimap. A really helpful tip for minimap awareness is make yourself look at the minimap at least once every 15 seconds. Even use the game timer to remind you if that's what you need to do to get into the habit, but you need to keep on checking the minimap. If you're getting harassed off and the enemy minions end up attacking you once, that's one attack that the enemy minions haven't done to your minions, so your lane will naturally push itself. So if you're getting quite a lot of harass off and you're getting your last hits still and the enemy isn't getting their last hits, you're gonna naturally push the wave, so you have to be cautious. You have to keep your eye on the minimap. You have to keep your wards up so that you don't just get ganked, because if you end up pushing your wave out over halfway, you're in a really good position to be ganked by the enemy, so you've really got to be careful of that. I am actually going to do another video fairly soon about positioning in lane and basically how to avoid being ganked in lane. Okay, I hope this video was helpful, guys. If you learned anything from the video, please rate the video a thumbs up and subscribe if you want to see more Be a Better Mid content. Don't forget to comment below with any questions or criticisms or anything. I am new to making videos, I'm new to teaching people, so any constructive criticism is good. Any just general comments, anything you want to say, just say it down below. That's all for this video, guys, so until next time, good luck and have fun.